to our crafting channel. My name's Jenny McCormac. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm based in the market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire, and that is here in the UK. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're joining us live this evening, it is Thursday the 31st of October 2024, so that's Halloween evening for those that like to celebrate Halloween. There was certainly a lot of youngsters out on my way home this evening, all dressed up and screaming and shouting and doing Halloweeny things. So there is a chance I could actually do a Halloween card this evening, because the stamp set that we're using this week is called Choose Happy, and there is in fact a little pumpkin on here, although you could make that a red pepper, I guess, or a green pepper, but there is a pumpkin and a little pumpkin face that you could stamp. So you could stamp that in black and then colour in the rest of the pumpkin in orange, and I think you'd have to use pumpkin pie as your choice for that. So this stamp set, Choose Happy, is £20 and it has a whopping 39 stamps in the whole set. Hi Caroline, thanks so much for joining us. So it's got all of these lovely, useful, small sentiments. Very often I'm looking for a small sentiment for a space on the card, so I must remember that I've got these here. And then we have all of these little icons as well. So we've got penguin, a candle, a heart, a star, the faces, a bird, a rabbit, an apple, a pumpkin, a sun, a little sailboat yacht, a cute flower and a little bee. There's quite a few other stamp sets that you could match with that, and one of those is this one here called Iconic Imagery. Can't even say it. Imagery. Iconic Imagery. And a lot of this is two-step stamping, so you've got a leaf and an infill, you've got a single snowflake, you've got some berries, hearts, and we've got some little sprinkles, stars, you've got some leaves, you've got Christmas trees, and then you've got the candle and the flames. So basically what you're looking for is anything of a similar size that would go with that. So let me show you what we've created this week. These are my cards that I've made at Coffee and Card. And if you want some great ideas, then do hop onto my Facebook page and you'll see 2 videos of the 2 days of Coffee and Card so far. It's got lots of great ideas in. So what we have done this week is used our trimmer that has a score blade on it to score the background. So you can look back at my previous YouTube to see how that was done. You can just about pick it out on there. So that is scored into 4. This one was one I did live, and that's just got a couple of score lines for that boat to sit on. This one I've done at an angle diagonally, corner to corner. It's quite difficult to see, especially on the white and also in my studio lights. This one here I've done 3 lines and then stamped that little flower all the way over the top, and I added the sentiment in the bottom segment, and this is another one with the 4 sections. So let's pop those up there, and what I have in mind, I'm not sure if it's going to work, but we have these lovely postage stamp dies. It's called Perennial Postage. It had a stamp set with it last year, but it's only the dies that are now available. And I thought what I would do is like a little postage stamp card and have 6 of these. So I pre-cut these. These are square she says. Yes, they are square. But we also have a rectangle shape, which is this one here, if you can see that on there. So it's got the edges. If I lift that up, you can see it's got the postage stamp edges to it. But what I thought I would do is do a different one in each little square, like so. And then I have pre-cut out of Misty Moonlight from our Stylish Shapes dies. There is a larger square, but I decided it was too big, so that they can just sit on that little backing. And then I'm going to put it on a card and then either add a sentiment like that or maybe a circle, I'm not quite sure. So that's my plan. So the first thing I'm going to do is stamp up my 6 little squares, and let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm going to use the animals and the sun. So I will just stamp those quickly. There's the rabbit, the bee. This would be great for a Christmas card because you could stamp penguins, the snowflakes, you could stamp holly. This has got a little Christmas tree as well, so you could stamp the Christmas tree. You could do it with 3 and just alternate them. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got pebbled path here, so I'll just use that for speed. So I hope you've had a reasonable day, Caroline, and you've been okay this week. I know you've had a busy old week one way and another. So just take that one out of there for the minute. So I'm just going to stamp these, colour them in fairly quickly. That's the sun, which I might do in pumpkin pie. Here's the little bird, which is a flying bird. And if you've got larger images, it doesn't matter that they go off, so you could have you know, an image part the way on, part the way off. Don't worry about it being exactly the right size, because if you think about it, some of our stamps have only part of the element showing. I wonder if this flower is going to fit. For that reason it does. Okay, and we've got our bee. Let's bring that one down here. Like so. Our rabbit. And actually I might just keep it all the same, stamp the sun. I don't know, I might stamp it in pumpkin pie. And you could also use textures for these. You don't have to use images like so. If you've got textured stamps, or I could do a couple of candles, 3 candles maybe. Decisions. Right, let me see if pumpkin pie is to hand. I'll do that. It should be. So everything is just about all ready for our coffee and card tomorrow in Brackley. That's in the afternoon at the Lounge Cafe Bar. So just going to ink up this. This is pumpkin pie. Oops, knock my glasses on my camera. Dear, there we go. So these make great little thank you or hello cards, that's for sure. So I'm just going to quickly colour those in. Let's see what I've got to hand. I've got light and dark crumb cake I expect. Dark and light. Do that quickly for the rabbit. I need to take my glasses off. So just a dark little bit there around the back of the ear, on the head. And as I said on Monday, because these are quite simple and small images, don't feel you have to do a lot of blending and colouring. If you've got Stampin' Write markers, they would work because you've only got a small space. You could also use watercolour pencils or just colouring pencils. I'm going to add a little bit of pink in that bunny's ear. I'll leave his tail or her tail. There we go. There's one little bunny. And this is petal pink. That will just do for the inside of the ear, like so. Right, let's do the sun quickly. And I've got dark lemon lolly, but you could use any orange, any yellow, whichever you want. I'm definitely not taking the dogs out until all of the trick-or-treaters have gone. Woody would probably be fine, he might bark at them, but I think it would really petrify poor little Chino. Okay, here is a little bit of yellow. Now if you haven't got the postage stamp dies, you could just cut squares or rectangles if you want. Just add a little bit of blue in the centre of these wings, like so. So that's 1, 2, 3. I haven't quite decided which order these are going to go. I think I want my sun in the middle, and my rabbit definitely wants to be facing in. Let's add the beak for the penguin. There we go, there's that one. So we've got a bit of yellow going on in most of these. Let's do a yellow beak and maybe yellow for the centre of the flower. And let's just use light crumb cake for our little bird. So just a reminder that our sale of kits finishes today, so the kits will still be available, but the special offer of up to 30% finishes tonight. So if you want to stock up on some Christmas presents, now would be a good time to do it. I wouldn't leave it any later than 10 o'clock if you do want to get some. And also our starter kit offer, where you can buy £160 of products for £99. Just trying to work out which way this flower is going to go. That also finishes tonight at 10 o'clock. So let me see, I've got light old olive, that will do for my leaf here. And we'll have 2 new kits available next week, and also our online exclusives. That includes those lovely otters that you might have seen already. They go online also next week. I might just leave that. I might use them very, very pale, this petal pink, just in the centre of these flowers. like so. Okay, right, so those are my 6 panels. And then I've got, not that this is really going with any of the colours, maybe I should have done these in espresso, but never mind. The main thing is you get the idea. So these are going to go behind my panels. And you could either put these elements up with dimensionals, or you could keep these flat and put the next layer up with dimensionals. Entirely up to you. So I'm happy with that. So these are going to go onto a backing, which I haven't decided. I think I'm going to do crumb cake because it will pick out the colours that I've already used here. And I have a little offcut here that will do the job. So let's layer these up first. So I think I'm going to put these flat and then put the elements up here with dimensionals. Grab some glue, a little bit on each, like that. And this leaves a very tiny border. I did, as I say, think of using the larger square ones, this one here, but I decided it was probably just a little too big. I'll put that behind. Probably would have worked, but I'm going with the small border for the time being. So 1, 2, 3. Oops, a daisy. Got to push that a bit hard. Just lift that off. So it's been half term here for the children at school. Some of the private schools have had 2 weeks. I think this is their 2nd week. Okay, let's do these 3. And then we'll layer these up. Put that on the wrong bit, really. Never mind. I know how big my square is going to be. Normally I would recommend always putting it on the smaller of the 2 pieces that you're working on, so that it doesn't overlap anywhere. That is the glue, I mean. Oops, missed that one as well. Okay, let's correct that. There we go. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to cut this as a normal layer for a card and see how close it is to what we need. My trimmers are all packed away, so I'm just going to use my guillotine. This is a very old Stampin' Up guillotine, and this will measure 13.85, no, 14.35. by 10. Okay. Right, so I have 2 choices. I can either spread these and centralize them here, or I can cut this down. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start at one end like this and attach these and then trim it down, because I don't want too much plain crumb cake sitting behind it. So I have a sheet of dimensionals here and I can't find it. Literally I have one just here. Okay, so if in doubt, get another pack out. There we go. So I'm just going to put 2 on each one, I think. Start at the top left and just keep that size of border going. Two, three. Like that. And then the same here. Oop. I'm just putting 2 on each one, that'll be enough to hold it. Like so. These postage stamp dies are so useful, and they do have a cute little sort of postmark emboss die as well, which I used the last time we did postage stamps, but I can't remember what it was I did them with. Okay, there we go. 1, 2. Okay, when I go that way. Like so. So that, you know, I've just done it by eye. If it annoys you, you could do 2 score lines, one in the cut its size, one in the centre, one across. But you know me, it's handmade, so by eye is good enough. Okay, let me grab this well-worn trimmer and just going to cut there, and I can see roughly where that edge is, so that's close enough. There we go. So there's our little panel. So let's grab a white card and then decide if I need another layer or backing. Okay. Let's make sure it's the right size. No, I had a feeling it was too large. So this is 10.5 centimetres. and I'll just fold that in half as I haven't got my school board to hand. Just use that. There we go. Okay, so that's my opening like that. So that's definitely too white. So what I'm going to do, oh thank you Caroline, is grab some paper to go behind. And interestingly enough, this is called Iconic Celebrations, and this goes with that iconic imagery stamp set, and I've got a feeling there is some misty moonlight. So we've got cute little birds, doves. That would also work with the stripes. I've got snowflakes, candles, flowers, hearts. Let's see what's on the back. Oh, that might work. Of course it's got a little bit of everything. Okay, let's have a look. It's not white, it's sort of blue, that is. I'm not convinced. Let's find that stripy one, because that had... No, it's green. I thought it was crumb cake. Hi Lynn. Thank you for joining us. Let's have a look, see. That's better. It's got more of the misty moonlight. I think that would definitely work. And you could use that then for a male or a female card. So I'm going to cut this one to fit the card. So this is going to be 10 by 14.35. This one here. So sorry about the big old guillotine. There we go. So that's going to go like that. Cute. And then I will add, just wondering whether to make that a crumb cake card base. I don't think that is the right white. Yes, I prefer that. Much better. Thanks, Caroline. A definite improvement, wasn't it? So let's try that as a combination, which I much prefer. So we've got that one there and then that one on top, so it all coordinates then. Whew. So this is from the Iconic Celebrations. It's got cute little Christmas trees on the back. I'll show you the designs in that in a second. Okay, so let's pop that on. So this has got a 1/2 centimetre border all the way around. So 2.5 millimeters on each side. These have got dimensionals behind, so I think I'm just going to keep that flat. And then decide what I'm going to do with a sentiment. So I'm thinking either a circle an oval would also work, or a rectangle, narrow rectangle. Okay, so there's my card. That I could pop on the inside because it's a little offcut. That would work in there. And let us see. That's far too big. I saw some very small circles here earlier. Which are probably now hidden. Yes. So, problem is I don't really want to cover anything up. Oh, it might just fit right in the middle. I don't usually go for sentiments right in the middle, but I think that would work in this case. I've got two here, so I cut two together. Yes, I think that will work on there. Don't know if that happy birthday will fit. If not, I'll grab another one. So that's the large happy birthday, and here is a smaller one. So let me see. This is the happy birthday from Best Family Ever. That's the one that's got all the family sentiments. Really useful set to keep in stock. Right, that's happy birthday. That definitely fits. And then this is the larger one from Round We Go. And it will fit, but it's a bit tight. And because these have got space around them, I'm going to use the smaller one so that it is not too tight on it. Make sure that's out of reflection. There we go. Okay, I'll use Pebbled Path as that's what we used before. And remember, if you want to try it out, turn your little die cut over, especially if it's got stitching or something like that. Have a little practice on the back so you can check whether it's going to fit and how easy it is to line it up. I'm happy with that. So let's pop this on there. That's it. Oh, I was going to say, that one didn't look as straight. Alright, so this is going to go onto there, and I'll just use glue on the back of that, and I'm just going to put it along the edge because obviously this bit in the middle is not going to touch the base. And this is from the Stylish Shapes dies. Another one of those useful ones to have. In fact, because I use them so often, I have two sets of them, which means I can cut out multiples at the same time. So this is going to go here, and I've just sort of lined up the beginning of the H and the end of the Y just on there. So I'm just going to hold that for a second. There we go, that's fun. You could do a thank you, that's what originally I was going to do and I completely forgot. But we've got a cute little birthday one now. It's to any age really. Let's pop that off cut of iconic paper on the edge, and we're all done. Like so. Smoothing that a little bit. That's it. There we go. So let me quickly show you those papers, because these are another of our online exclusives. So if you had a paper share, for example, from me, then it wouldn't have been included in the paper share because it came out separately. So there's our finished card. Let me just show you that anyway. So that is using Choose Happy together with the Perennial Postage dies. And then this is, it's called Iconic Celebrations Designer Paper. Let me put them together. Thank you, Caroline. So we have, so you get 4 of each, and there are 12 designs, so you get 48 sheets as normal, $11.75 for the pack. So we've got stars on Moody Mauve and those little confetti dots. We then have those sweet little Christmas trees on Pecan Pie, and the stripes, which is what we've used today. These are lovely. These are little doves on Misty Moonlight. And then we have stars. We have a crisscross plaid pecan pie and pumpkins. Beautiful snowflakes on Misty Moonlight, and little Christmas trees in Moody Mauve, and bubble bath. Actually Pretty in Pink, I think that is. And then we have candles and little like fireworks or sunbursts, starbursts. Autumn leaves, and then some green stripes, some little flowers, berries, they are berries, and a plaid on the reverse. That's quite a Christmassy set of colours. And then we have acorns and dots on the back in that Cajun craze, little hearts and wine glasses, Prosecco glasses, I'd say. They've got little bubbles, great for celebrations obviously. And then we've got some little fur and whatever those are called. What are they called? Candy canes. That's it, candy canes. And then we have the leaves and the berries and the Christmas trees. So they all go with the coordinating stamp set called Iconic Imagery, and there are also dies that go with this as well. This is lovely. I love that Celebrate. And then you've got the season, and then you've got Peace, Joy, Light, Let's Celebrate the Season, Love You, For You, and there's a little ampersand symbol there. And then we've got all of those same images here. So candles, a tree, the leaves, stars, hearts, snowflakes, berries, and the little sort of confetti. And these are the little flames, but they could also be raindrops if you wanted. So that is Iconic Imagery, stamps, and Iconic Celebrations papers. Right, so we're all done. I'm just going to check on those colours actually. Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, Misty Moonlight, Moody Mauve, Mossy Meadow, Pecan Pie. Oh, so it was just a lighter version of Moody Mauve, not necessarily Pretty in Pink. So there we go, that's today's card. I hope you like it. A little bit of fun. Very easy stamp set to use, great for children as well because they can just stamp and colour them in if they want to. Great in circles if you've got circle punches, just pop them into circles. And then these are the ones that we have done earlier using the school board or the trimmer to create a little grid to work on. And there we go. So thank you so much. We'll be making these ones here on the left at Coffee and Cards tomorrow in Brackley. And then I'll be back on Monday for a new stamp set of the week. And remember, if you order the stamp set of the week from me, then you get all of the components for the cards that I've made. So in this case, this week, you'd get sufficient for a card with this, with the layers and the envelope. And you would also then get the postage stamp pieces, the background layers, and some designer series paper and card. And obviously an envelope to go with it. So thank you so much everyone. I think I've waffled on quite enough. It's time for a drink, I think. Nice cold one tonight. And I will catch up with you really soon, and I really appreciate you joining me. Thank you so much. Do take care and happy crafting. Bye for now.